Anger is a natural human emotion. It is something that every single person on this planet has felt at one time or another. From the youngest child to the oldest adult, anger is a universal experience. It is a powerful emotion that can be both constructive and destructive, depending on how it is managed and expressed. Everyone experiences anger from time to time. It can be a fleeting annoyance or a full-blown rage. The intensity and duration of anger can vary greatly from person to person and situation to situation. Sometimes it can be a helpful emotion, motivating us to address problems or injustices. Other times it can be harmful, leading to destructive behavior and damaged relationships. It's a powerful feeling that can range from mild irritation to intense rage. This spectrum of anger can manifest in different ways, from a slight frown or clenched fists, to shouting or even physical aggression. Understanding the triggers and underlying causes of our anger is crucial in managing it effectively. Anger is our body's way of responding to threats, real or perceived. When we sense danger or feel that our boundaries are being crossed, our body reacts instinctively. This reaction is part of our survival mechanism, preparing us to defend ourselves or escape from harm. When we feel threatened or frustrated, our brains release hormones. These hormones, such as adrenaline and cortisol, flood our system, heightening our senses and preparing us for action. This physiological response is what makes anger feel so intense and overwhelming at times. These hormones prepare our bodies to fight or flee. This fight-or-flight response is an ancient survival mechanism that has been hardwired into our brains over millennia. It enables us to react quickly to danger, but in modern society it can sometimes be triggered by non-life-threatening situations. This fight-or-flight response is hardwired into us for survival. While it can be beneficial in true emergencies, it can also cause problems when activated by everyday stressors. Learning to recognize and manage this response is key to handling anger in a healthy way. Anger can be caused by a variety of things. External factors such as conflicts with others, unmet expectations, or frustrating situations can all trigger anger. Internal factors such as stress, anxiety, or feelings of inadequacy can also play a significant role. Sometimes it's triggered by external factors like someone cutting us off in traffic or a frustrating situation at work. These external triggers can be unpredictable and often beyond our control, making it important to develop strategies for managing our reactions. Other times, anger can stem from internal factors, such as feeling overwhelmed, stressed, or insecure. These internal triggers can be more challenging to identify and address, but understanding them is crucial for managing anger effectively. By recognizing the sources of our anger, we can take steps to address the underlying issues and find healthier ways to cope. Deep inside our brains lies a small, almond-shaped structure called the amygdala. This tiny yet powerful part of the brain is responsible for a wide range of emotional responses. It's fascinating to think that such a small structure can have such a significant impact on our behavior and reactions. The amygdala plays a crucial role in processing emotions, particularly fear and anger. When we encounter a situation that triggers these emotions, the amygdala is one of the first parts of the brain to respond. It helps us to quickly assess whether we are in danger and decide how to react. When we perceive a threat, the amygdala acts as an alarm system. It rapidly evaluates the situation and determines whether it is something we need to be concerned about. This process happens almost instantaneously, allowing us to react quickly to potential dangers. It sends signals to other parts of the brain, triggering the release of hormones and preparing the body for action. These hormones, such as adrenaline, increase our heart rate and blood pressure, giving us the energy and focus needed to deal with the threat. The amygdala's response can be very rapid and instinctive. This is because it bypasses the more rational parts of the brain, allowing us to react without having to think things through. This can be incredibly useful in situations where we need to act quickly to avoid danger. Sometimes it reacts before we even have a chance to consciously process what's happening. This is why we might jump or startle at a loud noise before we even realize what it is. The amygdala is always on the lookout for potential threats, ready to spring into action at a moment's notice. Think of it like a smoke detector. Just as a smoke detector is designed to alert us to the presence of smoke, the amygdala is designed to alert us to potential danger. It doesn't matter if the threat is real or not. The amygdala's job is to make sure we are aware of it. It's designed to alert us to potential danger, even if it turns out to be a false alarm. This can sometimes lead to overreactions, but it's better to be safe than sorry. The amygdala's quick response can be the difference between staying safe and getting hurt. When the amygdala sounds the alarm, it triggers the release of hormones like adrenaline and cortisol. Adrenaline, also known as epinephrine, is often called the fight-or-flight hormone. It causes a surge of energy, increasing heart rate, blood pressure, and breathing rate. Cortisol, often referred to as the stress hormone, helps the body cope with stress. It provides a boost of energy and increases alertness, but prolonged exposure to cortisol can have negative effects on health. These hormonal changes prepare us to confront the perceived threat or to escape from it. They are a natural part of the body's defense mechanism. The surge of hormones during anger leads to noticeable physical changes. Our heart rate and blood pressure increase. Breathing becomes more rapid and shallow. Muscles tense up, preparing for action. We might also experience physical symptoms like sweating, trembling, or feeling hot. These physical changes are all part of the body's preparation for a fight-or-flight response. While these physical changes can be helpful in short bursts, prolonged anger can take a toll on the body. Section 5. Mental mayhem. Psychological effects of anger. Anger doesn't just affect us physically, it also has a profound impact on our minds. When we're angry, our thinking becomes narrowed and focused on the source of our anger. We might experience racing thoughts, difficulty concentrating, or an inability to think clearly. Anger can also lead to irritability, frustration, and a short temper. It's important to remember that anger is a normal emotion. However, when anger becomes excessive or uncontrollable, it can interfere with our relationships, work, and overall well-being. Triggers of temper. Common anger-provoking situations. Anger can be triggered by a wide range of situations. Some common triggers include feeling threatened or attacked, being treated unfairly, experiencing frustration or obstacles, being stuck in traffic, or dealing with difficult people. What triggers one person's anger might not bother another person at all. Our individual experiences, beliefs, and values shape how we perceive and react to situations. Understanding our personal anger triggers can help us develop strategies for managing our anger more effectively. The price of rage. Short-term health consequences. While occasional anger is normal, frequent or intense anger can have negative consequences for our health. In the short term, anger can lead to headaches, digestive problems, insomnia, anxiety, and increased blood pressure. When we're angry, our bodies release stress hormones that can disrupt normal bodily functions. Over time, this can contribute to a range of health problems. It's important to find healthy ways to express and manage anger to minimize these risks. Chronic anger's toll. Long-term health implications. Chronic anger, if left unchecked, can have serious long-term health consequences. Studies have linked chronic anger to an increased risk of heart disease, stroke, high blood pressure, weakened immune system, and mental health disorders such as depression and anxiety. The constant stress and strain that anger puts on the body can take a toll over time. Learning to manage anger effectively is essential for protecting both our physical and mental well-being. Taming the beast. Practical tips for anger management. Anger is a powerful emotion that can sometimes feel overwhelming. However, with the right strategies, you can learn to control it and use it constructively. While we can't always control what makes us angry, we can learn to manage our anger constructively. It's important to understand that anger itself isn't inherently bad. It's how we handle it that can make a difference. Here are some practical tips for taming the anger beast. First, recognize your triggers. Understanding what sets you off can help you prepare and respond more calmly. Recognize your triggers. Pay attention to what sets you off and try to avoid or minimize those situations whenever possible. For example, if traffic makes you angry, consider leaving earlier to avoid the rush hour or finding an alternative route. Take a time out. When you feel anger rising, step away from the situation and take some time to cool down before addressing the issue. This can prevent you from saying or doing something you might regret later. Practice relaxation techniques. Deep breathing, meditation, or yoga can help calm your mind and body. These activities can reduce stress and make it easier to manage your emotions. Express your anger assertively. Learn to communicate your feelings in a calm and respectful manner. Instead of bottling up your emotions or exploding in rage, try to express your concerns clearly and directly. Seek professional help. If you're struggling to manage your anger on your own, don't hesitate to reach out to a therapist or counselor. They can provide you with tools and techniques tailored to your specific needs. Remember, anger is a normal human emotion. It's a natural response to feeling threatened, frustrated, or wronged. The key is to channel it in a way that is productive, rather than destructive. It's how we choose to express and manage our anger that matters most. By implementing these strategies, you can turn anger into a force for positive change in your life. So, take a deep breath and remember that you have the power to control your anger, not the other way around.